Why would you need an AI fridge that tells you what's inside without you opening the door? AI vacuums that learn your habits and run while you're at work? AI dishwashers that supposedly optimize water usage? Today, I'm gonna show you 10 AI products that, I promise you, nobody asked for. I'm a trend analyst, and hey, come here. I literally look at thousands of trending products every single month. Some products I find are really cool and genuinely solve painful problems for people. But the products I'm gonna show you today are solving problems that literally nobody has. So why are all of these products still showing early signs of going viral? That's also what I'm gonna answer in this little video. Strap in.
The star of the show here is the AI camera. So it's always been able to recognize things that you put in the fridge. This year, you can actually train it to recognize prepackaged foods that you might eat frequently. So you can train that. And as soon as I take something out, check this out. I already recognized that I pulled out a lemon, so it keeps inventory.
Are you kidding me? Look, I get it. Okay, opening up your fridge and looking around objectively does require more work, but the whole point of AI is to solve large, complex problems. If we're gonna be burning through millions of gallons of water a day, shouldn't the benefit outweigh the cost? Personally, I have a grocery list on my Apple Notes app, and whenever I notice something is running low, I just take out my phone and I add something to that list. That's not a difficult task for me. Plus, not to brag, I'm an adult. So if there is chicken, veggies, and rice in my house, I know that I have what it takes to make a stir fry. I don't need an app to tell me that. Plus, a normal fridge costs what? $500, $600 depending on how nice it is. So why would I drop over $3,000 on this AI fridge? Now, people might be catching on to this because there was a massive spike in searches right around the time these came out. But as you can see, they're starting to dip quite a bit. Now, this could mean that the product by itself is just not worth it. Or it could be signaling that the AI honeymoon phase is ending. I want to know what you think. This guy was like $180. It's a HEPA air filter. It came with an app that also tells me remotely how my air quality is doing if I care to know that while I'm away. And I get little notifications when it detects that air quality changed. And I know it works because I have crazy allergies and they got way better after I got this guy. Come here, look at this. This fan is $54. It's got 5 speeds, 4 different modes. My question, and this is a genuine question, why do you need a fan that follows you around the room? Why are you moving so much? Okay, let's say that you are looking for a fan plus air purifier in one machine. Why not this one? Lots of positive reviews, only $180. This is a perfect example of where AI was used, but it's just not necessary. Following you around so the fan is always blowing on you no matter where you're walking in the room. Let's be real for a second. If you drop $850 on a fan, you probably already have air conditioning in your home, apartment, wherever. So why do you need another fan that's also specifically blowing on you all the time? Despite all of this, look at this graph showing how many people are starting to search for this. So will this one continue to trend into 2027? Personally, I doubt it. Products that really blow up, AI or not, solve painful problems. And this just doesn't seem like a painful problem to me. I don't know, maybe there's somebody out there who really desperately needs their fan to constantly follow them around the room, but I'm gonna go ahead and assume that's a minority. I feel like they were in a boardroom and they were trying to decide how to put AI into a dishwasher, and Gary was like, guys, you know how dishwashers make a tiny bit of noise when they run? What if we made them silent? And they're like, Gary, that doesn't require AI. And Gary's like, fuck it, just slap AI on the box. Okay, I joke, but I still haven't showed you the most impressive feature with this one. It opens the door all by itself. I feel like once AI started to pop off, all these brands, all these products, they just started slapping AI in the box. And then they tried to figure out how to integrate it. Why would you need AI to open the door of your dishwasher or adjust the rinse cycle? It doesn't make any sense to me, which is why it's so surprising to still see the searches rising for this one.
This is the coolest mouse I've ever used. In regular mode, it works just like a normal mouse. Scroll, flip pages, zoom in and out, you name it. But once you take it apart, it transforms into a wireless controller, perfect for controlling your phone or computer. Whether you're like a reading or like a watch or watching videos, it's super handy. It even has like a built-in laser, making it great for like a PPT presentations. And with just one press, it can also record audio.
Okay, so with the AI mouse, the AI that they're referring to is a feature within the mouse where you can use part of the mouse like an AI voice recorder, basically. You can talk to it, take notes, ask it questions like a little personal assistant. Here's the thing that doesn't make sense to me. If you are using a mouse, then you're already in front of some piece of technology that already has access to AI. Whether that's a tablet, a smartphone, a computer, you've probably got a tab with GPT already open. So why do you need a mouse to do this recording? Especially considering the fact that you have to take the mouse apart to actually do this.
Doesn't anyone notice this? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills!
To their credit, I do think the design is kind of cool, having a little trackpad where the mouse clicky part is, but AI shouldn't just be shoehorned into a product. There's no real benefit to having it there, especially when 99% of the time the person using it already has AI available at that time. That said, they must be somewhat useful because they are making about $40,000 per month, and the reviews are at an almost perfect 4.4.
Friend is a viral AI wearable that is designed to help lonely people feel less lonely by having an AI friend around your neck. You can press the button at any time and you can talk to your AI friend, and it's supposed to record the conversation and then talk back to you as if it was your best friend.
I know, the effects are crazy. It's dank. I could eat one of these every day.
I have never, ever in my life wanted an AI model to ask me how my falafel is. Why would I care? It doesn't know what falafel tastes like. Okay, at face value, the general physical idea of what they're doing here isn't bad. It's just the implementation and use case that's horrible. An AI necklace would be a perfect alternative to like a medic alert bracelet, right? For people with disabilities, for elderly people, people who are fall risks, who need access to medical attention. Perfect. No arguments there. Put AI on a necklace, and I love it. But positioning this product as the cure to the loneliness epidemic, did they even think about this before they launched? It's like somebody discovered AI and was sitting in a boardroom and they were like,
Everybody, listen up. I need your ideas now. Ideas, please, right now. Go. Come on.
Michael, we don't know what you're talking about.
To be clear, I'm not against technology or even AI being used to fight the loneliness epidemic, but there is scientifically no substitute for real human-to-human interaction. Face-to-face interaction involves eye contact, facial expressions, body language, synchronized movement, physical touch, all of which activate neural and hormonal systems linked to trust, bonding, emotional well-being, the way that you connect with somebody. Have you ever watched a friend cry and then felt yourself start to cry? That's because you're activating what's called mirror neurons in your brain. You don't have this interaction with an AI that you know full well does not have the same human experience that you do. I just think that products like this are rushed to market with no playbook and absolutely not solving the right problems. And people get this instinctively. Just look at what the public started doing to all their public advertisements. Now, there are other companies that are building these kinds of necklaces that are more business focused, acting as personal assistants, taking notes, reminders, things like that. But there's something that still feels off about it. And that might be why searches are starting to crash. But if you want to know how this plays out, stay tuned.
I've been wanting one of these AI gimbals for so long, and I'm buzzing because it's finally on offer. It works so well as a gimbal, but it's also got AI tracking as well, so you can track face, body, and object. So literally all you have to do is select the object you want to track, and then the gimbal will follow the object that you've selected.
Okay, I have a personal issue with this one. I've been a videographer and editor my entire life. I was balancing knockoff Steadicams long before the first commercial gimbal was out. And the whole point of a gimbal is so that you can lock onto an object and rotate around it to get that smooth track-like motion. And yes, it would be nice to have a gimbal that automatically can track your movements without you having to move around, but there's two issues with this right now. One, this looks terrible. It's leaving insane amounts of headroom and doing a really clunky job at following him around. The panning is all jagged and delayed. And two, there is no need for AI here. Face tracking software and gimbals were already around long before AI ever started. It just uses a simple algorithm to identify what's a face and what's not a face. Okay, let me just say this. If there was a version of this product that used AI to track people's faces in a gimbal and it didn't have any environmental repercussions, sure, I'd be on board. But the quality of the tracking, the fact that AI was just shoehorned in as a buzzword is just upsetting. But this video has a lot of my opinions, and that's not everybody's opinion, clearly, because this one is still growing like crazy and selling loads of units every month.
Plantagachi has an all-around built-in smart sensor that monitors moisture, light, and temperature levels. With its advanced AI algorithm, your plant can literally tell you what it needs to thrive.
Why? None of the features just mentioned require AI. Smart planters already exist. I bought this one from a Kickstarter campaign as a gift from my best friend back in Chicago. The sensors that detect light, moisture, heat don't require AI to work. It's a simple IFTT interaction. If this, then that. So it's basically like a chain of commands. If the temperature in the soil reaches above however many degrees, then we trigger an alert that says this plant is getting too much sun or is in an environment that's too hot. There's no AI required in that process. Despite all of that, it's still pulling in over $10,000 a month, and just look at how many people are searching for it.
Have the sensors down at the bottom of the robot where once it detects the carpet, it's going to lift up your mop by 10 mm. So that's good enough for you to actually not touch your carpets while just doing the dry clean on your carpet.
Once again, don't need AI here. Most models just use LiDAR mapping, which is laser mapping, preset room maps, sensors, rule-based automation, and that basically means they can vacuum carpets, avoid mopping rugs, switch to mopping for hard floors, and return to the dock to wash their pads, all without AI. And I know this because in the database, I found and analyzed this trend as it first came out, way before AI. So, aside from the buzzword factor, is there a good reason to actually implement AI in a product like this? Regardless, that buzz is generating $1.2 million per month on this product, and just look at the increase in that demand.
Alexa, what is your quest?
To seek the Holy Grail.
While there aren't a lot of products on the market like this right now, I'm still seeing a lot of searches and general demand for AI thermostats. The basic idea being that these learn your habits and optimize for energy efficiency. But why AI? That's a good question. There's no reason because basic sensors have already solved this problem a long time ago.
So this is how the magic mirror works. First you choose your workout, then it scans your body. That will allow it to track your movements, then your personal trainer pops up on the mirror. Meanwhile, that circle at the top of the screen is tracking my form and telling me how I'm doing. At the end of the workout, it will then produce a report so I know how I've performed.
Of all the products that I looked at for this video, this one did seem like the least dumb, but still completely unnecessary. If your goal is to check your form, just look at yourself in a mirror while you work out. Most gyms have them. Or film yourself and then compare it to what you find online. The other day at the gym, I couldn't tell if I was doing a side lunge correctly, so I Googled side lunge form, looked at that, and then looked at myself in the mirror, and I had it. See how easy that is? I don't mean to be snarky, but I'm just saying, like, doing that can save you over $1,000. Sorry, 1,000 euros. Now, AI mirrors that analyze your face to recommend skincare routines are also starting to appear now. But I don't know how it could do that without taking a sample of your skin or getting more tactile data rather than just using whatever camera is embedded in the mirror. All that having been said, this product is mildly cool. But again, in my opinion, the pros don't outweigh the cons. Now, I might be the minority here, sure, because I'm still seeing crazy growth with this product. Over 22,000 people are searching for AI mirrors every month, and that number is growing 971% every 2 years. My opinions are not facts, but now I want to hear yours. Drop me a comment below. Let me know if you've bought any of these, considered buying them, or what you think about this wave of AI-infused products. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, subscribe, because I've got a lot more AI trends coming your way, and I'll see you in the next video.